Welcome back to the Making the Madness YouTube channel. Sean back again for another video. This one is on Justin Kier, the transfer from Georgia. The shooting guard headed to Arizona. He had 9 points a game last season for the Bulldogs. Started his career at George Mason, where he put on a pretty good performance there for 4 years for George Mason before graduate transferring to Georgia last season, where he only played 1 year, but he was able to get that extra year of eligibility because of the COVID year. He had 14 points a game in 2018-2019, shot 47% from the field and 37% from deep. That was by far his best season of his career. But he's shown flashes of being really good at other times too. In his limited time in 2019-2020, which he got a medical redshirt for, he had 9 points a game and shot 45% from deep. And obviously last year, 9 points a game, shot 37% from deep. He's a good defender, solid athlete, and can really shoot the ball from outside. At Arizona, he's not going to be seen as a guy that's going to be a 1, 2, or even like 3 option. I'm not even sure he's going to start. He could start at the 2. Along Pella Larson at the 1, the transfer from Utah. But this is a really good Arizona team. I like what Tommy Lloyd has done in year 1, adding an international player who started at Utah. That's really been his forte in recruiting, getting guys internationally. Did it at Gonzaga, and now he's going to continue doing it at Arizona. Pella Larson's going to be a really good player at the 1 for Arizona. Then at the 2, it probably will be Justin Kier if I had to guess because of his experience. And then at the 3, you're going to go Benedict Mathurin, who showed a lot of flashes this season for Arizona during his freshman campaign. His season got ended by an injury, but he was a really good player this season. 6'7", shot 41% from deep and had 10 points a game. He's going to be a first-round pick in 2022, a potential lottery kind of guy. If he went in the draft this year, I think he could have been a first-round pick. I was honestly surprised to see him return, but he's going to be one of the best players in the Pac-12 without a doubt in my eyes next season. And another guard to put in the mix, maybe he ends up starting at the 2, Kirk Kriisa, another international player, high-level shooter from outside. Played not that much last season because of eligibility issues to begin the year, but Kriisa is probably going to be the future of this Arizona program. And then at the 4, you're going to go Azuolas Tubelis more than likely. He had a pretty good freshman campaign for Arizona. A smooth lefty, really smart, is a solid defender. I think he's going to improve a jump shot this year, but he's really good in the mid-range and in the post. I think he's the kind of guy that could have a big rise in his sophomore season. And at the 5, you can go a few different directions here. Obviously, Jordan Brown is gone. Ira Lee is gone. But you still have Christian Koloko, a junior 7-footer, and Omar Ballo, the transfer from Gonzaga, who is 7 foot, 260 pounds. Off the bench, you're going to have Dalen Terry, a high-level defender, can defend anybody on the floor. You have Azuolas Tubelis' brother. No way I'm going to be able to pronounce that name. That's just one I'm not going to be able to pronounce. But, yeah, I've talked about him before. Let's see what kind of role he plays this year. And then Shane Noel, 4-star recruit, and Adama Ball, who is I think he's going to be a 4-star recruit. I'm not sure how 24/7 Sports going to do that because their international recruits are pretty interesting sometimes, but I think he is a 4-star recruit. He is not ranked currently, but I think he'll probably end up a 4-star recruit, probably outside the top 100. He's a combo guard. I'm curious to see what kind of role he plays this season. I don't suspect it to be a huge one, but he was one of the more sought-after international prospects this offseason. So it'll be interesting to see what he ends up looking like next year, but I think he's more of a project. We could see what ends up happening there, though. I could certainly be wrong. I have to check out more of his game for sure, but the few things I've seen look really good. Arizona, they're probably going to be ranked in the preseason for me. This is a team with really high upside. I think their floor is probably 4th or 5th in the Pac-12, but I think their upside is, first easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see them be better than UCLA. I think Oregon's the top team in the conference, but I could see them being better than both if things pan out. If Pella Larson plays like the player I think he can be, if Benedict Mathurin continues to rise in his production like he did last year, he had a 30-point game against Oregon State, and Kirk Kriisa takes a jump from freshman to sophomore year. Justin Kier can get you, 8 to 10 points per game. Azuolas Tubelis develops a perimeter game. And then at the 5 spot, you can go Umar Ballo or Koloko, and they could split minutes if you want to, but you could even go Tubelis at the 5 and start Dalen Terry at the 4, who's already the best defender in the team, one of the best in the entire conference. If he can develop some kind of offensive game, he's another NBA player. This team is loaded with future NBA talent, and I think that Tommy Lloyd has a really good squad on his hands year 1. The Wildcats are going to be a team to watch next season and beyond. In the Tommy Lloyd era, he's going to turn things around in Tucson without a doubt. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, have a good one.